Today we're breaking down what happens when you fail to give your car the basic maintenance it needs. First clip.
Wow. Would you look at that? It actually looks like a hat now.
It does. That'd be a fancy little top hat, actually.
Hello,
How many mechanics kept just reapplying this brake pads and just said, the rotors, they'll be fine.
Customer states, I don't want new rotors. Stop trying to rip me off. Just replace the pads.
Yeah, because all you dirty mechanics out there only want to rip us off.
In real life, rotors have a specification either stamped on them or in the service information that is labeled a minimum thickness. A good technician is supposed to measure that rotor either before machining it or before just slapping new pads on to make sure that it's not past that minimum thickness by law, actually. And it's not like, oh, you're gonna get a ticket kind of breaking the law, like, oh, you're gonna get sued and they're gonna take your house kind of breaking the law. The last maybe 3 technicians that this slipped by,
They broke the freaking law.
they broke the law.
Truthfully, your brake wear is totally dependent on your driving style. If you're hauling ASSS and you come to a ABS stop, just not caring, you're gonna really, wear your brakes a lot quicker than the normal person. If you start hearing like a grinding or a little like cat scratch, a little you should probably that's the noise my cat makes. You should probably check them out with like a mirror and a flashlight. Or take them to a professional. Let's cut into that next clip.
Ooh,
That was a sick ninja
That was
move.
pretty good.
Thank
That
you.
was really good. Old tires. Okay,
That's
we're
not
at an
spray
amusement-
farm.
Is that not spray farm? Oh,
Yes, it
wow.
is.
Look at those racing slicks. Woo!
She sanded them babies down.
Somebody's going to the track.
In the warm weather, it's a nice sunny day, they're probably doing just fine. Hopefully you don't go through any water because you're getting into an accident.
Imagine how much force you need to apply to actually come to a stop on those things, dude. I'm scared for them.
Most tires actually have what they call wear bars.
Oh, yes!
Yes.
Dude.
So wear bars are little raised pieces of rubber in between the tread, and if that piece of rubber is flush with the tread, then you know it's at 3/32, 7 inches, which is actually a legal limit. So you can get a ticket for having tires that are too bald. Like this person, definitely straight to jail. You could get a tread depth gauge because there is an actual tool there that you could use. Also, I think you probably get one of those suckers at AutoZone for fairly cheap.
I was gonna say do the fingernail test, but
There's not, yeah.
You could get a penny, and you can take the penny and turn Lincoln's head upside down, and the distance between the top of that penny to Lincoln's head is exactly 3/32, 7 inch. And if you can see Lincoln's head, again, upside down, then your tires are too low or below 3/32, 7 inch.
put on a little cop's hat.
This is the 2024 Frontier Pro 4X from today's sponsor, Nissan. It's a mid-sized truck that's equipped for full-size fun. A lot of modern-day trucks have ditched their rugged persona in favor of valet parking over muddy trails. However, this Frontier Pro 4X stays true to its core truck identity, placing practicality over extravagance. The Pro 4X is trail-ready right off the lot. It's got Bilstein shocks, 17-inch wheels, all-terrain tires, a skid plate, and an electronic locking rear differential. Under the hood is a 310 horsepower V6 and a 9-speed automatic transmission, and that's standard. There's no base model, there's no upgrade. Every 2024 model comes with this drivetrain. Pair all those things with driver-selectable four-wheel drive and hill descent control, and you'll be tackling trails in no time. But Nissan's midsize truck isn't just trail-ready on the outside. Inside, the Pro 4X has off-road gauges displaying roll, pitch, and key functions like differential lock status. Shift into 4-low and watch the off-road intelligent around view monitor activate, giving you a clear view of the trail to navigate tough obstacles. And because it's a Nissan, you'll be getting the latest in tech and safety, like a Fender premium audio system, Nissan Connect with Apple CarPlay compatibility, and all the available features of Nissan Safety Shield 360. So who's the 2024 Frontier Pro 4X for? It's for someone who wants something more than a weekend warrior, who wants to take on tough trails without losing comfort or modern technology. It's a real truck that just lets you truck.
Let's roll into that next clip.
Ew! Gross.
Oh my God!
What in tarnation?
Next clip. It looks more than just like oil mixed with coolant. I mean, it is possible that we've got like either a head gasket situation where we have mass quantities of oil. It doesn't look red, so it's probably not transmission fluid. But it is like, it's real thick. When we start to get like this thickening effect is when we start to mix different types of coolants that don't agree with each other and they start to congeal. I've never seen it where it's like smooth slime like that, that's black. So,
That looks crazy.
I wonder if we have like multiple things happening going on here.
But that's not something that's gonna naturally happen though, right?
No.
Like, not just from not changing your coolant.
Yeah. Hopefully you're really good at flushing it out and you do various flushes just back to back and you hope and pray and God listens and he makes something work for you.
If it's starting to happen again and we're getting like oil intrusion into the coolant, then we definitely need to find where that's happening at, probably head gasket situation.
And that'd be a good thing to do regardless. See how bad the contamination is.
She's thick. Real thick. Let's ooze into that next clip.
Wow.
When you're doing your first oil change, but YouTube University didn't tell you that you might need a bigger oil pan. Oh. Oh no.
I'm really proud of her.
Yeah. No, me too.
I love that.
This is awesome.
She did something
She's like, hell yeah. That's a.
Panic starts.
It's too big. Oh no.
But you know what? She at least has that cardboard box underneath.
shit in.
Thankfully.
Shit in.
Gonna need some Simple Green on that driveway afterward.
I'd like to assume that when you bought your oil, you kind of figured out how many quarts of oil your car is gonna have.
That's a fair argument right there.
But
she probably didn't look at the capacity of the pan.
go.
You'd
Yeah.
think like this is obviously it's universal. It's big enough for everything.
So let's say this is you, and you want to determine your oil capacity, how much oil your car takes or your vehicle takes. You can look it up in your owner's manual. Should say it on there.
When you go to the auto parts store too, right? You're gonna tell them your make, model. They got their little service information. They'll probably tell you.
The most user-friendly and the easiest that probably everyone does is you can Google it. Realistically, you can Google your make, your model.
Technology.
I know, dude. We're not cavemen anymore.
Well, she learned.
Learn from other people's mistakes, buddies.
She'll know next time.
Now let's see what can happen when an oil change goes even more south.
Oh no. Oh no! Ah!
Oh my God!
No! Oh my god!
Oh man!
Poor guy.
Oh, I love seeing that. Unfortunate for him, but really fortunate for me to see that. I'm sorry.
Oh no! I'm watching it in reverse.
I want just an edit of him just sliding on the doing that sick little breakdance move. This is you. You just fell. You ate it. You're really pissed, and I gotta clean this big old mess. How would you do it? Almost everywhere they call it kitty litter,
Right, yeah, that's like the slang term. I think that they technically will call it floor dry, but nobody calls it that. Everybody calls it kitty litter.
Yeah, it's kitty litter.
It's more fun to say that.
The point is, it's super absorbent, and that's what you want. You want to absorb the oil. That way you can just sweep it up and then just spray a little bit of degreaser to get that last remaining like little slimy, oily stuff off.
And in case any feds are watching, you're going to dispose of this floor dry in a proper manner, either at your local auto parts store or somewhere that you're supposed to put that. That's legal. It's definitely not the trash.
I'm coming to your house.
Not the trash.
Let's break dance to the next clip.
If this car's oil was changed at a quick time oil change place, it most likely
trust it.
got the oil that's recommended from the factory put back in it.
Okay.
Which is 5W20. Now on these boosted Coyotes, you should be running 5W50. So what I'm thinking is as he was beating on this thing at the track, the oil started to thin out. And it got so thin that the bearings decided that they did not want to be a part of this engine anymore.
My first concern with that would be if you have a freaking Coyote, why are you even taking it to a quick lube place?
That is a fair point as well. Yeah, fair point there. I love quick lube places. There's a time and place for it, but for high level engines, you shouldn't be going there. Because if the Coyotes come stock boosted, it would be very interesting that they would recommend 520. So I'm gonna assume that this Coyote did not come stock boosted. It recommends 520 for a non-boosted Coyote. You boost the Coyote and he did not, he went to a quick lube place.
That was first
mistake. And you put engine oil that was recommended for the stock engine, but now that you put all this pressure in it, you're gonna need a thicker engine oil. When you increase excessive combustion pressures, let's say from a turbocharger, those bearings, you're not supposed to get metal to metal on the crankshaft. You have this little barrier of oil that we have that's gonna protect that even with the pressure, but if we have too much pressure, we're gonna squeeze it out and we destroy a set of bearings like he did right there. The point of the story, use thicker engine oil if you're going to put an engine under high stress.
Let's grind into that next clip.
This car hasn't moved in 3 years, and I'm going to be restoring it to its former glory, but it's raining, so let's get on with it. First things first, gotta check.
It's picked a bad day, it's raining.
Yeah, at least it was definitely...
Out of all the days, it's already been sitting for 3 years. Could have waited a little longer.
I know.
Doors won't open. Let's give this puppy a go.
That grease probably got all hard on the slides too. Okay. One thing that would probably be a concern of mine is if an engine has sat that many years, all of the oil has drained all the way down. I would probably recommend if you have an engine that sat that long, maybe before starting it up, squirt a few squirts of engine oil in each cylinder. That's gonna help at least provide a temporary seal around the piston rings so we don't have any cylinder wall scoring, or to minimize cylinder wall scoring, because that's something that can happen very quickly. But it's a Hyundai, so maybe it doesn't matter.
If you're going to let a car sit for a long period of time, I definitely recommend disconnecting your battery, because it will discharge. I'd say even if you're not gonna be driving it, maybe, like periodically do your oil change, or at least turn it on. Yeah. Let it run for a little bit. If it's gonna sit for a long period of time, drain the gas.
Gas can go bad in a matter of months, or it starts to turn in a matter of months.
But do remember that there's no gas in there.
Let's check out that next clip.
When your radiator hanging lower than the whole rest of the car, you're just scraping and bottoming out on
Sick.
that.
Look at that. Look at those connectors.
In the hell did that happen?
Also with an aftermarket one that's not even held on right.
That's what's up.
The radiator just pop out
Race
of
car
the
shit,
support?
dude.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
tore down, just broke all this out in there.
Oh my Lanta.
Broken wires.
I love that for him.
Sure like a leaking pearl.
I love this. Seeing this is getting me going. I want this car in my shop
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
with extended warranty.
Choo choo.
Dollar signs.
That's hot.
That's hot.
Yeah, multi-point inspection would have come in real handy.
I'm curious the timeline of which all of this happened.
It could have been really
like if it
fast.
was all in one sitting, and he went and cut some fake bumper off of Amazon.
Step by step, he got his fake bumper.
He thought he was really
I'm just
sick.
gonna drive this for a little bit until I can get it into the shop.
Drove it, thought he was all sick, sporting his new sick bumper.
It's starting to overheat. I don't know.
Yeah, now it's overheating. Now he's in the shop, and boom, he got a plethora of problems.
I think the most egregious issue would be for sure the radiator and the fan, bro.
Axles, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I agree. Axles, who cares?
Wires, who cares?
We don't know where
bumper,
the wire goes to, but yeah.
Nothing important.
The radiator and the fan's kind of important.
I hope Buddy has extended warranty, because I'm milking that.
This mechanic's happy. You can see he's got a little.
Look at him, he did a little doo. Let's go on to the next clip, dudes.
The poster of this next clip asks for a little bit of help diagnosing a troubling sound when he brakes. Let's lend an ear. That's a crazy noise. I need to look at it. I am not good with my other senses.
Yeah, this is a little bit tough here. That's always the worst when the customer's like, here, I can show it to you on my phone. Like, listen. And I'm like, could you just bring the car?
I need to be physically seeing things.
That's the sound it makes.
Let me throw in a public service announcement. So he doesn't know what the issue is, but he installed a new control arm, brake pads, and rotors, and the sound went away.
I don't like diagnosing anything based off of recording. I am gonna bet though, maybe it was all of the things.
Maybe he had warped rotors, and when he's braking and the or thickness variation either way, it's moving the controller. Maybe it was compounded like that for it to make a weird sound like that.
You could definitely see it shuddering while he's braking. I've never seen a control arm do that.
But I have also never heard brakes make that sound as well. So that's kind of an interesting. Maybe it was compounding. Maybe it was good that he replaced all of those things.
I'm just going based off process of elimination.
Yeah. There's only so many things could go wrong.
Yeah.
You know, parts changers will get it right sometimes, right?
Let's stutter into that next clip.
Oh, damn.
That's not supposed to happen.
This is what happens when people just turn up the radio instead of taking it to a mechanic when it starts making sounds. Because it started making a sound a long time ago.
I love my music a little bit louder, actually.
Yeah. This is definitely a failure of basic maintenance. Over so many miles, you should inspect suspension components, and one of the inspections is inspecting a wheel bearing by moving it back and forth like that. What this starts off as is, it sounds like a noisy tire. It sounds like a loud off-road tire when you don't have off-road tires, and that noise only gets worse and worse, and when it gets this bad, it starts to sound like rattly, like a rattle can or a large baby rattle, maybe.
What do cops say? If you hear something, say something.
What do you think would happen if he just kept going with this?
It'd be like,
a perfect demonstration. I like it.
And he's like driving, his music's playing all loud.
How did this happen? Why did this happen?
Let's wobble into that next clip.
Oh.
This woman went 50,000 miles without an oil change, and this is what the oil filter looks like.
Hot dog.
Oh my God.
Oh, gross. Ew.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it was in bypass operation.
It had to have been, dude. Look at all that.
That thing's not filtering anymore. It's just a solid piece of sludge.
What is it doing when it's bypassing? So basically, there is a bypass valve. In this case, it would be located in the oil filter housing because that type of filter is a housing. So essentially, when you're building up too much pressure because of the clogged oil filter, the spring tensioner will just basically and the oil will completely bypass the filter and just start going straight through that valve because dirty oil is better than no oil.
The reason why we have oil change intervals is because oil does break down over heat cycles, over time, and what we know as broken down oil is sludge. Everybody's heard of sludge. Well, where do you get sludge from? It's broken down oil. All the additive packages have broken down, and we're left with this sludgy mess that starts to stick into the corners of the engine, and we'd want to avoid that. So we try to change the oil out before it turns into sludge from all this breaking down. But if you don't do your oil changes, what we're seeing in this woman's filter is also in the rest of the engine. It's going to be everywhere and create all kinds of issues. It's going to, any valve that requires oil pressure to function, we're getting sludged up. So this engine is going to end up with a ton of other issues because she decided not to change her oil as often as you should.
Click here, wherever the hell here is, to watch mechanics break down why basic maintenance alone cannot save you from the nightmare of German engineering. I don't have a German car, but you know what I do have? I have a Honda.
You do have a Honda.
You have a Honda.
I have a Honda too.
I heard Sanja's Honda is not that fast.
I heard it's not that fast either.
I think we could take.
You hear that, Sandra?
Your ears are ringing.
Scared?
Shivering in your boots.
Woo!